let's turn this microwave into EDM. Okay, so for this first part of the recording, which is like the microwave slamming, I want to try and see if I can make a kick with this sample right here, the slamming part. So I'm probably going to do like some EQ automation, distort it a whole lot, and then do some more EQ, and probably add like a frequency shifter. But yeah, I think I'm going to start processing this. I like this first opening part too, so that might still come in handy. But I think I'm going to try and make this a kick somehow, some way. Let's get started. I'm just going to insert a separate audio track here and then call this kick. Then drag this sample in here. Let's see what we can get. Oop. Let's go ahead and solo this. I think I'm going to grab a utility just to kind of balance it out a little bit. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, I'm just going to start out with these effects. Let's see, we're at EQ 8. I'm going to grab probably roar. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we got our final kick sample. Here is the original sample. And then here is the sample with some processing. Then here is the sample with some more processing. Oh, whoops. There we go. And then here is the final kick sample that I got from the slamming microwave. And so that's the kick that we're going to be using. So now that we got the kick, I want to move on to the hi-hat. Alrighty, so for the hi-hat, we're going to scroll through the sample and see what we can find. That's a good hi-hat material, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this kick group since we are done with the kick. And let's just see what we can find. That's a beep. Maybe that might come in handy later though, I'm not sure. There was a sample in... Oh, here it is. Okay, this little peak right here. Maybe that could be a hi-hat? I'm not sure. Let's keep scrolling though. I recorded quite a bit. We'll use that for maybe like a lead. I like how the microwave is like creating that like high humming noise. Maybe we can turn that into a hi-hat, possibly. Yeah, maybe we'll take this portion of the sample. I'm gonna rename it hi-hat. And somehow turn this into a hi-hat. Alright, so I'm gonna create a separate audio track and just call this hi-hat. Or I'm sorry, no, I'm gonna call it original sample. And then I'm gonna group this and call this group hi-hat. Perfect. So now I'm just gonna drag this sample over here. So we can start processing this. Throw all sorts of crazy effects on here to make it sound like a hi-hat. I might as well change the color as well, just to kind of keep things a little bit more organized. I don't know how we're gonna do that. The first thing I want to do though is grab a utility, kind of balance this out a little bit. Maybe even turn down the width a little bit. And then I'm going to grab an EQ, kind of do some high pass filtering here. Wow, that signal is actually pretty low in volume. So I'm going to grab another utility, boost the gain up a bit. Oh yeah, that could work. We can work with that. I don't know how we're going to... Oh wait, hold on, let's see. We got this shifter here. Let's see. Humming hi-hat thing. I'm gonna go ahead and process this some more. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is the final hi-hat sample that we got. So this is the original recording. There's some reverb on there with a EQ, just a whole lot of other effects. This is the sample recorded. And then this is the final hi-hat that we got. We ended up going with two, so it's pretty much just this hi-hat and this one. And this is just the same as this hi-hat. The only thing is I just pitched it down by -3 semitones. So yeah, we're gonna have two different hi-hats. So now that we got our final hi-hats, we're gonna try and create a clap. Okay, so for the clap part, I think I want to use this intro part here where I open the microwave and turn that part into a clap. So this little opening sample. Let's see. So I'm just gonna highlight that, separate it from the rest of the sample, create a new audio track and call this original. Then I'm gonna group this and rename this clap. Now I'm just gonna drag this in the audio track over here. Alright, so for this clap, maybe I'll do some EQ automation. And then of course I'll probably add some reverb, or maybe I'll put like a convolver on here. I'm not really sure yet with the direction that I'm gonna go with. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and process this, just try out some stuff. I might even duplicate it, pitch it a few times, and see what we get. See, I like that. I just don't like that beginning part of the sample where it kind of swoops up a little bit. I don't know, that might sound cool though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this actually. Yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna process this real quick and then show you guys the final sample. So here is our final clap sample. This is the original sample, and then this is the clap processed. I duplicated the signal a whole bunch of times, and as I was processing it, this is what it sounded like. And then this is the final sample, of course. And so yeah, that'll be our clap. Now maybe we can try and work on some percussion. Okay, so for the percussion, I'm not really sure what we're gonna find in here, but we'll make something work. This little clicking part where the microwave turns off is pretty nice. I don't know, we'll come back to that, maybe. Just go ahead and separate that. Let's see. This is cool, this little peak thing that I was looking at earlier. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate this. Insert another audio track, rename it original. Go ahead and group this and rename it percussion. And I'm just going to drag the samples that I like in here. So I like the way that sounds. We'll go ahead and put that over here. Okay, perfect. Let's see what else we can find. It's all just humming from the microwave. Oh gosh. Man, I don't know. Maybe we can distort or saturate this part of the signal a whole lot and somehow make a percussion sound with it. Oh, that's kind of nice. So I think I'm gonna cut that part out as well. Bring that over here. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Oh gosh, we're just sample shopping. Here we go. Any other clicks? I mean, let's see. Maybe this thing right here? Maybe not. Okay, what about the beginning of this of the sample? Oh. Maybe this. Maybe we can take this part. Let's see, we'll have 3. Okay, alright. And then maybe 1 more? I think 3 is pretty good actually. So we got 3 percussion noises that I want to use. So this part of the sample, I don't know what that is actually. The beep. Maybe we'll turn that into something cool. And then this little slamming part of the microwave. Alright, sweet. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. Okay, so these are our final samples for the percussion. This is the original sample. And then this is the final process sample. I went ahead and pitched it down and made 2 samples out of it. For our second sample, it was this beeping noise. So I saturated that a whole bunch and tried to turn that into something cool. And then this is the final sample. I also added some redux onto the recording. And then for our third sample was this slamming microwave recording. And then this is the final sample for our percussion. This second sample is just pitched up. But yeah, those are our percussion samples that we got from the recording. So yeah, let's see if we can try and turn this into something. Okay, so I went ahead and tried to see if I can even turn the samples that I made into a drum loop. Because sometimes you make stuff and it doesn't really blend well together. But so far, so great. So this is the loop that I got. Oh, and by the way, I am going to be releasing the samples that I made from this microwave recording for free. So if you want to go ahead and check that out and download it on my website, you can. But yeah, here is the loop that I got. So it's pretty alright. We can definitely make it work. But yeah, that's the rhythm that I got going on. I still haven't used the other percussion sounds or the hi-hats yet. So I'm going to just mess around with this and see what I can get. This might take a little bit, so if you want to skip this part of the video, you can. I'll leave the timestamp so that way you can just skip ahead to the final result. But I'm just going to go ahead and make this loop and see what I can get. Alright, so before I do, I'm just going to group this and call this the drums. I'm going to leave this folder open because I'm going to come back into here to grab some more samples. Let's go ahead and close all of these up just so I have a little bit more space to work with. Alrighty. Here we go. Then we'll go ahead and grab this second hi-hat just to see what it's going to sound like. Go ahead and turn this down too. I don't know if I like that. What if I switch the roles here of the hi-hats? I think I might like that a little bit better. Okay. I think I might have that second hi-hat coming a little bit later. Like maybe towards the end of this second loop. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alrighty, gonna keep adding stuff here. um, Probably gonna add a limiter on this group actually, just so it's not peaking. Let's see. Wow, big difference there with the mix. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn it down before it hits the limiter. Alrighty. I wonder if I should have these like tom things come in every now and then, not every time it loops. Oops. Let's just see what that sounds like. Just because it gets kind of annoying after a while. Oh gosh. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, I think we're almost there. I'm just gonna go ahead and... Okay, the warp's already off. So let's just see what happens when we turn down the pitch. That sounds cool. See what happens when we reverse this. Alright, that sounds cool. I think I am satisfied with that loop, so I'm just going to rename these groups, or these tracks really quickly. Okay, I'll turn this back up. Then I'm just going to do a little bit of EQing for this clap. So something like this. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with that. So this is the final loop that we got from our drums. Okay, so now I want to make the rest of the loop. So now that we got our drums, I think I'm going to try and make some sort of lead sound with this beep at the end of our recording. And then I think I am also going to turn up the BPM to 128. And so our drum loop will play a little bit faster. But yeah, I think I'm going to process this part now and see if I can come up with some cool like loop for the drums. Okay, so pretty much what I did here was I grabbed this beep at the end of the recording, and I did a whole lot of processing to it. Here's the sample. As you can see, I have some automation going on. This is reverb and delay. But yeah, I just put a whole bunch of effects on it. So let's see, I'll just show you real quick. I got an EQ8, a shifter, parallel processing with a reverb, a saturator, and some delay, another EQ8, and a utility, so that way I can like silence it at the end of the loop. But yeah, just a bunch of processing. And then for the bass part, I went ahead and grabbed a face plant, or two face plants. And so I have this bass noise right here. Just a simple triangle wave. Did some saturation, put a filter on it to get a thick bass, and then I layered it with another face plant. I think this is an octave higher, but I just put a high pass EQ so it doesn't interfere with the bass frequencies of our first bass face plant. And I went ahead and boosted around the lower mids. And I turn up the volume a little bit too as well for that. And so this is our beep noise. It's got some reverb on it. It's going up with the shifter. Then it goes down with the shifter. And then this is our bass. I have this sidechain effect happening with a snap heap. It's just a gain snap in and a LFO. And so together it sounds like this. And yeah, that is our loop. I want to put some vocals over this, so just bear with me. I'm going to record something. Alright, microwave vocals. Oh boy. Okay, just bear with me. This is going to be kind of cringe, but you know, just bear with me. I just microwaved some styro. Oh frick, I forgot the lyric. I just microwaved some plastic bags. I just microwaved some stainless steel. I just microwaved some hard-boiled eggs. Now it's time to eat a microwave meal. Yeah, that was the microwave beat. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.